Good morning and welcome to Herb Oracle Podcast, botanical divination with herbs, essences, flowers, and trees with your host, Herbal Marie. Let's start the day off pulling some oracle cards and getting a few messages. We can shoot the shiitake in a spiritual way-ish. And if you follow me on Instagram, I'll post a pic of the cards at Herb Oracle. Thanks so much for joining me. Here we go. So for sure, the most deceiving thing about this morning podcast is the intro. I recorded that intro in the evening at night when I was certainly feeling more lively than I have ever woken up to be. So just know that there is a deception right off the bat. It's like, here we go. And then but the real going is kind of slow. So anyways, good morning either way. I'm sitting here with the Hedgewitch Botanical Oracle. So we're going to get a little message here. I am drawn to this deck because last night I just had so much fun. Peace. Fun as in peaceful awareness of just being in the yard and being with the plants. So a lot of these plants that are in this deck, you'll find growing in your yard, or things that you can forage or harvest. They're really kind of, what was the word I'm looking for? Basic, normal, accessible, average, just plants that, nothing too fancy. You don't have to travel to South America to get or anything. But as I was pulling some couch grass, I was actually feeling appreciation for the couch grass, because if, say, it didn't grow up in between the motherwort that's where I was working out last night with the motherwort, I might just be like, oh, hey, motherwort, how's it going? And, everything looks good here. I'll catch you later. But because there was some couch grass growing up and also some ground ivy, yellow dock that shouldn't be in there, and some cleavers, and then some watercress that had gone to seed, and that's a pain in the butt. But anyways, since there were these quote intruders in the motherwort area, it assisted me, encouraged me, made me stay there longer with her. And then I was able to see and hear and feel so much more from the plant. So kudos to the weeds. At least you do get us outside. You get us to look, in the garden and take some time to pull you out. So a lot of these chores that we have that we're like, oh, great, time to do this for the next hour. We can look at them as blessings. And, well, would you spend an hour out here if you weren't doing this? I always think about that with my rabbits. I have 5 rabbit cages to clean. Takes me a solid hour in and out, but it gets me outside every Thursday. Thursday Turds Day. So anyways, now I haven't felt that appreciation yet for the morning glory. Oh, if you have her, you know what I'm talking about. It's crazy. And I'm not talking about the pretty blue morning glories. I'm talking about these white, they're just little white flowers. They're invasive. The root system is pure genius. It just seems that you can never go away. Heck, it almost seems as if as you pull them out, they're encouraged to grow even more. And they can almost be dormant, and you think they're gone. Nope, she back. So yeah, in my podcast at Herbal Marie, there's been a few times that I have referred to morning glory as that hoe, that just climbs up on everybody, takes advantage of whoever's growing around her, and literally just won't go away. So hopefully the appreciation for her will at some point be found. But hey, if I'm appreciating couch grass, I think that that's a step in the right direction. because that stuff, ooh, if you can appreciate that, you might be able to appreciate anything. Hey, we'll call it couch grass gratitude. Yeah, if you can have couch grass gratitude, you are moving along in your journey of forgiveness for sure. So let's get this out. This is a really cool big white box. Got a flip lid. It's really actually, like, what's hilarious is for as big of a box as the deck is small. Like it's like a kind of a narrow, like almost like tarot. But it's great to hold in your hand. I think there are 40 or 50 cards. 40 cards, and then the book is good size. The book is the size of the box, so it all makes sense. But yeah, the illustrations are really cool, and I think you'll enjoy it. So we are just gonna kind of ask this oracle, how can we work better in our practice of gratitude and enjoying our life, and let's just be open to receiving a nice little message from this botanical oracle, the Hedgewitch Botanical Oracle. And we'll just start off with one card here. And we will see who wants to come through. And it is Kohash. Whoa. It's Kohash with a meaning of repel. Repel. It has a very interesting meaning. This Kohash plant. Let's see, it's probably black Kohash, but we can certainly look this up and see. I have actually never seen this growing in the wild yet. So this is on my bucket list, my herbal bucket list, to find this plant. Yes, black Kohash. It's also called black snake root, bugbane, rattle root, and black baneberry. So black Kohash. And on the bottom of the deck, I think we're going to go top and bottom. This might be a good message for me to hear. On the bottom of the deck is garlic, which is really funny because black Kohash has a message of repel, and garlic's on the bottom. Of course, what in life is so effective of repelling people away from you other than garlic? And bugs and mosquitoes and illness. But garlic has a message of service. So it's really odd, actually, to see like repel, service next to each other. But as I asked a question about our gratitude practice, are we unknowingly repelling opportunities? Are we unknowingly doing something that, even though like we want to help people and connect with people and assist people and help heal people, are we doing something that is blocking that or repelling them, or just, something's not connecting? So let's see here. She's got sometimes she has several pages for each herb that she talks about each herb. She's got really cool diagrams in this book. Let's see what she has about Kohash. It's often used as a dietary supplement and medicinally for gynecological and disorders, and even sore throats, kidney problems, and depression. So the black Kohash is poisonous in large doses and can irritate the nerve centers. So it could also interfere with birth control. It could cause abortion. The root is expectorant, hypnotic, sedative, tonic, and a vasodilator. And it's harvested in the autumn as the leaves die down. The root is cut into pieces and dried. So it's also called black snake root or rattle root because it can be used to create an antidote to snake bites. So that's why they call it that. And it even says that some frogs and toads are attracted to the plant, curiously. So maybe we're not exactly sure why. But I just have to tell you that there is a large toad living by my black porch. And I don't know about you, but if I get a toad in the garden, I feel super blessed. Because you have to have the right habitat for a toad, which means I've let enough of my yard go witchy and that the toads are here. And he's huge. Like, he a big guy, big toad. That's really fun. So one of the most striking features of black cohosh is its medicinal smell, which repels many insects. And that's why it also has the nickname bugbane. So this is why it gives rise to its oracle property, repel. It may be a strange word to see in an oracle context, but there are many situations in which rejecting, ejecting, repelling, or warding off may be necessary. Consider what to do with bad energy, the unwelcomed advances of someone, or even your own negative thoughts or feelings. Okay, that's interesting. Like, I went straight to there's something that I don't know that I'm doing, that it's repelling people. But, right, what's that a sign of? Probably low self-worth. But it is also is there something that you need to repel for your own well-being? Oh yeah, there's that side to look at it too. So black cohosh is saying to push away things that are holding you back or weighing you down, such as negative self-talk, okay? People or situations that are draining, or destructive criticism, right? That's coming from someone else or is coming from you. If you've got negative self-talk, you need to push that away. You need to repel that. If someone's a poisonous, toxic person in your life, yeah, black cohosh is saying you need to repel that as well. So, really interesting message for today. Dwelling on the negative is seldom helpful. And I would have to agree with that too, although pretending like it doesn't exist, you should acknowledge it. You don't have to stay focusing on the negative, but maybe that's the message today, at least be aware of where these negative energies are so that you can be aware of them, heal them, and replace them with something that is serving you better. So this card kind of relates to the Six of Swords in the tarot deck. So this is all about cutting ties and moving on. And also she likes to refer to tarot in this book. The Devil tarot card, especially in reverse, could be warning you of negative bonds or dependencies that are holding you back. So separation, endings, and rejection. These are all difficult parts of the human experience, but sometimes these radical actions are needed for new growth to happen. So yes, the old stuff has got to die, right? We just heard that a few days ago. I think we said the old shit needs to die or something. But yeah, honor this process of repelling and allowing the stuff that is no good, allow it to decay and get out of your way. So let's see how that ties in to garlic. Garlic is so incredible. If you eat fresh garlic, you're going to know it within the hour that you did. And immediately you'll feel it in your mouth, but even later on, it's coming out of you. It is clearing the way. Talk about repelling. I just think that's hilarious that it came through. But, now that I see that garlic has a message of service, and, sometimes when you're of service to everyone, service to the all, you're a good person, there are sometimes you're going to have to protect your energy, I guess, or, like if there is really just somebody who is an energy vampire, you may have to just be aware of that, or know how to, here's even a better idea, if you know that people are going to consume a lot of your energy, make sure you're filling your cup up full. Before you go to help someone else, make sure that you have done your energy work, you are in a good place, you have done your healing, and you have a lot to offer someone else. So yeah, good message there to take care of yourself. So a message of service. Garlic can also be called bear's garlic, ramsons, buck rams, wild garlic, broad-leaved garlic, wood garlic, and bear leek. So there's a lot of nicknames for garlic when you're foraging for it. It is a popular treat for bears and wild boars and other creatures. This plant is also enthusiastically eaten by humans. I know I'm one of them. Yeah. There is evidence of people using this plant for EVs. It's a wild relative of chives, and yeah, you can find it in the wild. Foragers look for it and harvest it. So you can use the leaves in a salad, or, you don't have to actually dig up the bulb. You can put it in salad soup, and even pickle the stems. So there's a lot of different ways you can use this plant. I have a friend who looks forward to the garlic scapes coming on, and I think she makes like a pesto or some type of something with it. She loves them. We've got little delicate white flowers. They are also edible. You can sprinkle them on your salads or soups if you just want a little garlic flavor. And even livestock likes to graze on wild garlic, and it will flavor the milk a little bit. And so mamas, you probably remember that when you're breastfeeding your baby bears, like eating garlic was a great way to get garlic into the milk, and especially if you felt like medicinally that was important at that time. Or you may have had the other experience where everything's all fine and good, nursing your baby, then you eat garlic, and then all of a sudden the baby's like mad. Like, hey, something changed, that it tastes different. So yeah, when I say that garlic infuses your entire body, it really does. It comes out your pores. If you eat enough of it, you'll have garlic farts. It comes off your breath, out your pits. Like, it's just on your face, man. Like, it's incredible. Let's see here. A Cornish cheese called wild garlic yarg is wrapped in the leaves and imparts a young cheese with a subtle garlic flavor. So yeah, garlic, been used for forever. It's in North America. There is a plant that is referred to as ramps, very similar. So there's a lot of stuff you can do. You could try making your own fresh garlic cheese. There's a little recipe here for that, about with using yogurt, and you strain it out so it's like Greek yogurt, and then you just put in the small garlic flowers, a little salt, and maybe a few finely minced wild garlic leaves. So that would be good. And then you just wrap it up and let it sit in the fridge for a few days. You could do that with butter. You could do that with anything, really. You could even make a vegan alternative. If you wanted to infuse garlic in coconut oil or coconut cream, you could probably do that. Then put it on some crackers. So anyways, let's see here. Bear's garlic loves to grow in the woodlands in moist acidic soil, and you'll find them between April and June. So right now If you're a forager or have a foraging friend, now's the time to go out and get that. But disclaim out the wazoo. Be careful, because it could be mistaken for lily of the valley, which is toxic. So definitely always be with someone who knows what they're doing, or be someone who is that person who knows what they are doing. Be sure you can tell the difference, because you don't want to ingest a toxic plant, obviously. And it says don't rely on scent, as the bear's garlic will have a strong smell on your hands once touched. So, like, you might think, oh, well, that smells kind of garlicky. But if you've already been touching garlic, you already are smelling like garlic. Trust me. So yeah, garlic though. Everything about the plant is edible and useful, which is why it comes with the message of service. Because when you're in a state of service, everything you do is useful. It's, beneficial, and it's helpful. So many oracle properties are about finding or marshaling things about yourself that are most unique and special. But this card urges service in a less specific way. Just help any way you can, in general. You're just walking along, pick up and see some trash, pick up some litter. You want to volunteer somewhere for the day or on a weekly basis, at the library, in a home for the aging, at a dog center. Like, where can you just give a little here, give a little there? Just be nice to somebody. Just really, this isn't being like a specific service. It's just being generous, helping out. This says buy someone some coffee. Or, of course, we're going to just put in there some herbal tea. Just help out. Do a little extra for somebody. So this garlic that grows in the forest, the bear's garlic, it's just common. It won't be praised for anything beautiful or remarkable or any type of value. Can't really make anybody money. It'll be there. Its value is in its simple usefulness, right? The bears like to eat it. The foragers like to eat it. The wild boars like to eat it. It's just there. It's just useful. And it nourishes the animals. And yeah, I know Son of a Bear was excited to find, is excited to be with the ramps and use them and respect them. So yeah, it brings a lot of enjoyment to a lot of different beings. So this oracle, the Hedgewitch Field Guide, says, we often focus on how to be remarkable, special, and praiseworthy. But it is always worthwhile to simply lend a hand when needed, or offer a smile or a kind word. So that's really an amazing concept. Can you just be of service and be helpful, even if nobody sees it? Like, it's something you never post on your Instagram. It's not really anything spectacular, but yet you can make a difference in someone's life, or in just, general humanity, just by being good, kind, and helpful. In little ways, like the little ways are big ways. So these actions of just offering a smile, a kind word, they can lead to friendship and new opportunities, and can also take us outside of our own heads for a little while. Sometimes that is exactly what we need. So yeah, this is a really, really interesting message, especially if you feel like, what you're doing isn't enough. Like, I'm just not making enough of an impact, with my service. These cards are coming together that says, yes, you are. And I like that the garlic comes in with Kohash, because it's these little acts of kindness and helpfulness that repel any darkness, right? That can help repel the negativity in your life and in someone else's life as well. So that is a really, really awesome. I want to pull at least another card, maybe two, just to kind of see maybe if it has something else to add to that. Like as we're helping, as we're, whoa, there it goes. So the card that we need is on the other side of the desk now. I'm fishing it back over with my foot. Okay, so I've fished it over with my foot. I'm shaking off all the dog hair. And we've got a message about subdue. So another kind of not so, we've got repel, we've got service, and we've got subdue. And the plant that's on this oracle is salal. Let's see here if I can find it. Salal. It's also called Shalin in Gultheria. Now, I don't know if this plant grows around me. You can find it in the northern hemisphere in the wild, in gardens, and beside roads. It's often referred to as Gultheria, particularly in England, where it is a favorite of landscape artists who employ it as a ground covering. Yeah, I don't believe I've ever seen this plant, salal. Salal, S-A-L-A-L, salal. But it has a message of subdue. So yeah, let's just get to the oracle message then, to see how it works in with this message of service and repel. It is edible, and it is an appetite suppressant. You can use it as a sweetener, source of vitamins, things like that. So yeah, even though I'm not familiar with it, she relates to this plant. In tarot, it would be the Temperance card and the Chariot. So the first is about moderation and balance, the suppression of urges that would be detrimental to your life. And then, of course, the Chariot card also speaks of will, marshaling your strengths, subduing anything that will distract you from your forward motion. So at times to one's detriment, right? So this is kind of interesting. Like, I sort of feel like this message to kind of like, hey, let's take it easy. Let's do some groundwork, let's, with this service and the little things. And this also says that balance is the constant reminder. Subdue those things that are not helpful, but remember to be kind to yourself and to your community. So yeah, this just comes in to really reinforce what was just said about, taking care of yourself, being kind to others, having balance, especially if you were always like trying to, Garlic said, always be doing spectacular acts of service, like, oh, I'm going to make this fundraiser, right? We're going to raise $1,000 and we're like, that's awesome. But don't forget to have balance in between your big events and be doing little things to serve yourself and your community. Okay, so as this card was falling to the ground and I was putting the deck away, I noticed that on the bottom of the deck was elderberry. So I'm going to put elderberry up there too, because it has a message of ritual. And, as I was in the, by the motherwort last night, it felt like a ritual to me because I was pulling out the couch grass. And the one thing that I noticed was I didn't think I had any new motherwort plants coming up. Like, even though I let it go to seed, I thought the seed dropped everywhere. A week and a half ago, I didn't see much new life. Well, last night I saw that the motherwort indeed had dropped her seeds. Of course, they're like a foot and a half forward where they shouldn't be, you know. So I had to redefine the border of the bed because I want these new little babies to grow. So as I was pulling out the couch grass, I was using the weeds in like a chop and drop idea to make a new border, you know, just so that when I was walking by, I would see it, or, you know, somebody, really is for somebody else too, but just to give them a little more space. And it really felt like a ritual because I was going about it slow and really admiring the plants, and I had to keep an eye on what was coming, you know, seeing where everything was, being very observant. But anyways, it's like it was a common activity. You know, you could just say, oh, I'm weeding a garden. No, you can actually turn something mundane into something magical, meaningful, just by, you know, you don't have to say this is my ritual, but that's what it is, taking the time and reverence to do so. So the elderberry plant, we're all pretty familiar with it. It is really an amazing plant. It's also called eldrun, hildor, holunder, black elder, common elder, pipe tree, and boar tree. And yeah, the fragrant and delicious blossoms, you can get those in the spring. And then it does have black berries, almost blackberries. They are poisonous when they are unripe, but they can be eaten ripe. Most people cook them into jam, jelly, syrup, or put them in a liquor for a tincture. You know, there's a lot of different ways to use elderberry and elderflower. So you can make the elderflowers into syrup and all types of things. So the plant is used to treat a lot of cold infections, cough, bronchitis, fever. It's got lots of antioxidants. It could lower cholesterol. It could improve the vision, boost the immune system, improve heart health. And yeah, it's really popular for combating colds and flus. So yeah, if you've never made an elderberry syrup before, you can, even if you don't harvest your own, you can get some dried elderberries from someone who does, and yeah, you can make a syrup with that. All right, so I want to get to the oracle message because I'm just curious how it works in with all of this. So yeah, I can see why it has the message of ritual, because it's elder and there's a lot of history. A lot of people, you know, before they take from this plant, they ask the plant spirit if it's okay to have something from the elder. In Harry Potter, I think the elder wand was fairly powerful, and if you wanted to ever take a start of the plant or a branch, make sure you ask for permission. You could get down on a knee and say, Elder Mother, give me some of thy wood, and I will give thee some of mine when I grow into a tree. Or just, you know, hey, is it all right? But yeah, I mean, make sure it feels right to you. Anytime you take from a plant, you know, in your own way, ask for permission and make sure it feels right. Or if you want to be a nerd about it, just make sure you don't over harvest, and, you know, just take enough, but not too much. So, ritual. How are we creating service as a daily ritual in our life? That's what I think. But this also says rituals are an important part of community building and daily life structure, enormously helpful to those who aspire to lead thoughtful and productive lives. So this is just simply saying, think about ways that your own personal rituals can enrich your life. Okay, so that could be waking up every morning and pulling oracle cards, this is a ritual for sure. Journaling, exercising, any type of sacred ceremony, or just, sitting down to write a little bit, making a daily list of your intentions or what you'd like to see manifest in your life. And rituals can certainly strengthen relationships, ease tension, and provide structure in your life, especially if you feel busy or hectic, or like your life just is not having enough meaning to it. Having that daily ritual can really add so much to it. And then having service in your life can also enrich your life with purpose. So I love this message today. It's like, hey, keep it on the down low. Just do these beautiful things that you can do that really add to your life. You don't have to spotlight it or even hardly tell anybody about it. Just do it for you, right? This subdued kind of easygoing message. I just do this every day, right? If this is my ritual to wake up and pull oracle cards every day, I'm going to do it regardless if there are 3 people listening or 3,000. This is just part of my ritual to get a message from spirit, some guidance, some encouragement, and do what I need to do. So this ritual of service, yes, I think we found the name of the podcast, y'all, Ritual of Service. It can add so much balance and meaning in our life. I mean, I love it. Just have it be part of who you are, to constantly be serving, of course, yourself in a positive way, but also sharing everything with others. When you do your healing work, you can heal others just by sharing your experience with them. As you heal yourself, you heal others. As you have these beautiful moments, it really adds to the all. So definitely take heart to what Black Cohosh said. Let's take time to repel the negative self-talk, the negative energies. And how do we do that? Well, Solal said that we need to focus on the positive. We need to have balance, and we should not allow ourselves to be distracted. So keep your eye on the quest of service, of helpfulness, of adding your positivity to the world every day in little ways, because those little ways are big ways for many, many people. It's the little things that make a big impact. So here's to having a beautiful, wonderful day of ritual and service, and doing our best, to repel the negative and replace it with the positive. So much love to you. Have a magical day.